Welcome. I'm excited, as I'm sure everybody is. I want to introduce Brent Gove, who's going to talk to us a little bit about opportunities and increasing your real estate business and making more money in real estate. Maybe if you could just start off by giving us a short, rundown of who you are and why are you here and all of that sort of thing. That would be wonderful.
Absolutely. And thank you, Michael, for having me. By the way, I like the backdrop. It's beautiful. Looks really good with you there. So, well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Hopefully you're getting in the Christmas spirit. I'm putting up the last few Christmas decorations with my 21-year-old tonight. She's all excited. She's like, don't be late, Dad. And I won't. I'm going to do a little Christmas shopping tonight myself. Let's see. And excited about that. But yeah, about me. I've been in real estate for 24 years. This may be my 25th year. I forget. My first 12 years was at RE/MAX. Loved it. I then left in 2009 and went to Keller Williams. Spent 8 years there. Loved it even more. And then so kind of had made a change in brokerages one time in 20 years. Same escrow officer for 15 years, same transaction coordinator for 16 years, same lender for 12 years. I mean, I'm not a guy who moves around or like same wife for 30 years. So, I don't like change. I don't want to change. But when I saw eXp, I was compelled to make that change. But background on me, did really well at RE/MAX and Keller Williams. I had a large team in between all my buying agents and listing agents. I'm just an agent. I'm not a broker. I've been able to be involved in over 4,000 sales in the past 24 years and get paid on 4,000 different residential closings. Thank you, Drew. And so little Java here for the, a little branding and Java here for the thing, but there's some background on me. And the highlight, my best year, I sold over 400 homes in a single year with my team, with staff, a lot of help. I didn't personally do that. Nobody sells numbers like that. But is that what you wanted, Michael? The little background.
Sounds good. I'm impressed.
All right. Anything else you wanted, or you want me to start, or what?
Dive in, and if people have questions, you can go ahead and put them in the chat, and at the end we may go
questions at the end. Yeah. So write them down on a piece of paper. That can almost be distracting to people during the presentation. If you don't mind, at the end, I'm happy to do questions. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and launch, right, Michael?
Sounds good.
Okay. So what was it that made me move after, only making one move in 20 years? Had to be good, had to be amazing. I wish I could tell you I was looking to make a move. I was actually quite happy with where I was at Keller Williams. I was convinced I was at the greatest company on the planet. I mean, that there wasn't even a close second. When I was at RE/MAX, I considered Keller Williams a close second until I said, maybe I'll try Keller Williams in 2009 in the market crash. And ended up being just a phenomenal business decision. Of course, RE/MAX told me it would destroy my career. It could have been further from the truth. They just didn't want me. It's like being a Red Sox fan. All of a sudden, you look at it going to the New York Yankees. I mean, the Red Sox and the Yankees have this 100-year rivalry, and Yankee fans are no good. Red Sox fans are no good. So when you leave Coldwell Banker for RE/MAX, or RE/MAX for Keller Williams, or Keller Williams for Coldwell Banker, or RE/MAX, or Compass, or wherever, they kind of just tell you why it's a bad idea. Just think about it. And of course, when I left Keller Williams 4 years ago for eXp, they were telling me it's a terrible idea. EX what? Never even heard of the company. It's a penny stock. Talk to your financial planner. Penny stocks are dangerous and highly volatile, and you could lose all your money. I go, well, they're just giving me rewards. And because we're an agent-owned company, through all these stock awards you're going to get. And by the way, today, eXp is worth more than Realogy and RE/MAX put together. And RE/MAX worldwide, I mean, one of the biggest brands in the world, them plus Realogy put together, we're worth more, like far more. And it's like, what? I didn't know that. Well, and some of you don't know what Realogy is. It's a $1 billion hedge fund that owns 28 brands. Probably 4 of their most well-known brands, and 2 of the most well-known would be Coldwell Banker, one of the oldest companies in America, over 100 years, and Sotheby's. And then they also own, I believe it's Better Homes and Century 21. Not sure about the Century 21. I'm pretty sure I need to check that, fact check that. But altogether, Realogy is comprised of 28 brands. That's what comprises Realogy. Plus you throw in Remax worldwide operations. That's 29 brands. And I think together, when you add all that together, the market cap's about 3 billion with a B, which is awesome. And then comes in eXp over 5 billion. We started 10 years ago. It's an Airbnb, Uber, Netflix, Amazon story, Facebook, Google, Microsoft millionaire. It is the next big thing in real estate. You know, by the way, history of real estate real quick, and we'll just finish this. Century 21 was huge in the 70s. Remax got going in the 70s, was huge in the 80s and the 90s, and they're still big today. And then Keller Williams kind of dominated for from about 2000 till about now. They've been going for 20 years, but those are all bricks and mortar franchise situations. And then Blockbuster dominated and got so big, they were the 800-pound gorilla. And within 4 or 5 years, they were bankrupt because of technology. Record stores and bookstores bankrupt because of technology. People get digital downloads, iTunes, Pandora, YouTube. You get the idea. Your travel agent, remember the one you used to go see? I bet you money they're not there anymore because we go online to get our travel. And the whole world's going online, and online has come to real estate. eXp seized it 10 years ago. We got the jump. And now we're looking like geniuses. So what is it? Well, it was founded by Glenn Sanford, America's newest billionaire. 4 years ago, it was 1,200 of us. Today, there's over 40,000, headed to 100,000, headed to 1 million. Why are we growing so fast? Why is it completely nuts? Because, you know, you may love Remax, but you don't own it. You're a renter. You may love Coldwell Banker, but you don't own it. You're a renter. Now, if you're a franchise, you own your little piece of franchise, but you don't own Coldwell Banker or Realogy. You don't own Remax worldwide. Dave Lineker does. He's a billionaire. You don't own Keller Williams. Gary Keller, it's privately owned by Gary Keller. He's a billionaire. You might own a Keller Williams franchise, and you might be a stockholder, but you're not an owner in the big thing. At eXp, we own a piece of eXp World Holdings, which owns Verbella. It owns so many different companies, mortgage, title, home warranty. And as we grow and order 100,000 home warranty policies, 100,000 mortgages and title, the profitability of our company is going to explode. With 40,000 of us, we're worth more than Realogy and Remax combined. Could you imagine the value of our company at over 100,000 and 1 million? You like the price of our stock trading at over $70 a share? You're going to love the price of the stock trading at over 1 million agents worldwide. So why is that? Why are we explosive? Why did Uber come out of nowhere? Why did Amazon come out of nowhere? I mean, good people. Warren Buffett said Amazon will never amount to anything. It's a bad business model. And he is a respected guy, but he's also a human being and he got it wrong. The largest real estate company in the world today is headed up by Amazon. I mean, company in the world. It's headed by, they employ more people than anybody. It's a $1 trillion company. I mean, it's just insane what they're doing. And so eXp is that cloud-based competitor that is going to completely take over. In 10 years, we'll have 1 million agents in 100 countries. In the next 10 years, it's going to happen. And so the reason is we're not, bricks and mortar. We're like that. We're open in Toronto, like that. We're open in Hong Kong, Rio de Janeiro. We just opened in Portugal. We opened in Mumbai. Anybody else has to fly to Mumbai, fly to Hong Kong, fly to Prague, fly somewhere, Rio de Janeiro, and find out how to do business, how to get their licensing, how to open an office. They got to get services turned on, internet, Wi-Fi, do TIs, tenant improvements, maybe do construction. I just bought a commercial building for $1.7 million. I'm doing a small construction project in there. I'm being told it's going to cost me $250,000. I'm just putting in 4 offices with glass, make them all beautiful. $250,000. I mean, it's crazy, the cost. And so eXp doesn't have any of that. Now, agents who make good money, we do. I mean, I'm in an office right now. Here's my office. This is, what they call a good old fashioned bricks and mortar here in Northern California. It's not that eXp agents work from home. And if you want to work from home, I'm in a Regis. I have an office. Been here 4 years. Now I'm buying a building for 1.7 million. Cost me less, an asset. It's going to be good. So what is it about the whole cloud-based craze? Well, Tony Robbins last year, maybe a year and a half ago, was comparing Hilton to Airbnb, and Hilton's been around almost 100 years, worth 18 billion. By the way, Dad, while you're doing this, can you look up the value of Hilton, their market cap? If you know how to do that, just search them. If you don't, it's cool. And then my dad's here with me today. And basically, Airbnb been around only 10 years, worth 31 billion. Hilton, 18 billion. American success story. I mean, of course, the heiress, Paris Hilton, the socialite, runs all around town. And so that's pretty crazy. And so basically, a little 10-year-old company, just 10 years. They don't have any big fancy Hilton hotels and resorts. 31 billion. By the way, they went public this last week. They're now valued at over $81 billion. And this is the arena we're playing in. So because you have no desk fees, you'll have offices. At Regis, there's 2 secretaries at the front desk. There's multiple conference rooms, copier scanners. It's just like your Coldwell, Remax, Keller Williams, Sotheby's, Century 21, Better Homes, independent. It's a beautiful office, okay? I just pay for it myself. And somebody like, well, see, Coldwell Banker gives me an office. Remax gives me an office. That's like saying I'm going to rent for the next 20 years because the landlord's going to mow my lawn, take care of the pool, and pay for the garbage and water. I got a good deal. That is a fool's errand. So you need to own the piece of the company. I worked for Remax 12 years, watched Dave Lindiger become a billionaire. I worked for Keller Williams for 8 years, watched Gary Keller become a billionaire, and I left with nothing, zero. I didn't have a seat at the table of ownership. That's kind of interesting. So again, if you look at this towards the bottom, the second bullet point from the bottom, we have Regis corporate suite memberships. There's 3,000 locations worldwide. There's 8 in Sacramento, 140 in Southern California. I think there's something like 60 or 70 in the San Francisco, San Jose Bay Area. A friend of mine's in Santa Rosa. He goes, oh, there's no Regis here. Looked it up. There were 2. Best buildings in town, glass, metal, palm trees, snazzy, good looking. Regis tends to rent and design business hubs for hundreds of professionals. And they tend to rent the high-end facilities. And you get a membership card where you can go there for free and drink the coffee, use the Wi-Fi, meet with clients for free because eXp gives you that. So you will have a place to work. Now, the cool thing is you're surrounded around 100 professionals like software engineers, architects, financial planners, commercial insurance people, bookkeepers, you name it. I mean, any business you could think of, probate lawyers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And none of them have licenses. And so every day I go to get a cup of coffee and I'll say, oh, I don't recognize you. I'm Brent. Oh, I'm Bob. I'm Sandy. What do you do? And they tell me what they do and I ask lots of questions. At the end, eventually go, what do you do? I go, I'm a high-end professional real estate agent here in the area. Oh my gosh, do you know about Cota Madera? What do you know about Whitney Ranch? I heard they're doing this out in Lexington, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, I have sold so much real estate and gotten listings because I got out of Remax, out of Keller Williams and went to a Regis. I remember being at Keller going, how do we meet people? Let's throw a party in the park, get hot dogs, get a bounce house. We'll do face painting. We'll hand out balloons. We'll play movies and we'll meet people and invite the public to come out. That's just a crazy idea. I mean, I love the scrappiness of it. How about just go work in a building where nobody has a license and they can all afford and buy and sell residential and commercial real estate? It's pretty cool. Here's what Regis looks like. They don't look like your mommy's and daddy's cubicle from the 80s. They're not, they're very different design, conference rooms there, the brick wall in the back, a lot of glass, couches. If you like the orthopedics, sit up straight, there's that woman to the left. Here's a guy at the bar stool, kind of that millennial look. See the guy on the right, jeans, a black shirt, carrying a cup of coffee? That's your real estate agent. You can always tell a real estate agent. They're always drinking a little Java. And so, but the new ones are made out of glass, views, panoramic. I mean, it's just fun to be at. And this costs you nothing. Now, if you want a private office, like maybe back to the left there, that could be a private office. You might have to pay $295 a month, $175 a month. Obviously for one like that, that would probably be honestly $600-700 a month for an office like that. So they're different sizes, etc. Obviously the bigger, mine will hold comfortably 7 people in here at desk, very comfortably. I have windows 30 feet across, 20 feet high. It's beautiful, just stunning office. And it's $950 a month, but I can afford that. I was paying Keller Williams, I think about $525 a month for 2 offices each. So I was paying about over $1,000 a month. I moved in here for $950, save a little money. My cap went from a $27,000 cap to 16. And then when I capped and did 20 sales, instead of getting a ball cap that said I'm a capper, I got a $16,000 stock award, which a guy from New Jersey told me, look, it's a penny stock. You do not know what that'll be worth in 3 years, because we have 3-year vesting. I couldn't cap it, so I had to keep it, because I'd rather have a check. And at the time, I think I'd rather have a check too, except today, it's no longer worth $16,000. It's worth about $190,000 because it was a piece of the mothership, eXp World Holdings, which owns eXp Realty, eXp Mortgage, eXp Title, Home Warranty, Matterport Technologies, on and on and on. It's just amazing. By the way, we own Virbela in Austin, Texas. You have this guy called Michael Dell. Anybody you know him? He moved his entire company into Virbela because they couldn't go to the office because they could get sued with COVID. And so Dell Technology works in Virbela. Virbela is just one of the companies we own at eXp. It's eXp is owned by eXpI, which is the moniker eXp World Holdings, and that's just one of them. There's Mortgage, Title, Home Warranty, Virbela, on and on and on and on. They own Success Magazine now, which has been around for 118 years, owned by eXp World Holdings. Pretty cool. So what do? We have tech tools. We have CRMs, contact retention management, lead generation tools. We use KV Core, the full system, not a watered down system, the full system. Agents pay $600 a month each for this. Our agents are giving one. We do have a technology fee of $50 a month, but you get a KV Core website, which people pay $600 a month. A friend of mine, Steve Evans, right outside that door was paying $600 a month. Now he pays $50. Same system, not watered down. Plus you get a SkySlope account. Go to them on your own, $100 a month. Includes a free SkySlope account. Includes Breakthrough Broker, which is a marketing technology suite of marketing PDFs ready to go for listings and buyers and anything you could dream of, thousands of PDFs. It's really designed for independents. So you get a Breakthrough Broker membership, SkySlope, KV Core, and, oh, did I say this? A Regis Corporate Suite membership. They start at typically $100 a month. And in New York and Manhattan and San Francisco and parts of LA, La Jolla, Newport Beach, they can run $300, $400, $500 a month. Everybody gets a Regis membership card. You can go to any Regis in Paris, Australia, worldwide, worldwide. You can go into and do business and not spend a dime. Now, if you make copies, it's 2 or 3 cents a copy for black and white. Color, I don't know, 25 cents a page for color. I mean, they do charge you for copies, but I mean, who's printing a lot of stuff these days? Okay. And then we have live in-person trainings. Top producer panels, the people on the far left there, #1 Keller Williams agent, #1 Coldwell Banker agent, #1 Remax agent, and one of the #1 independents, somewhere from 100 to 200-300 homes a year right here in Sacramento, all at eXp. Every single one of them telling you why they decided to actually have a piece of equity, not rent. Stop working for billionaires. You think, well, at eXp, you work for a billionaire. Glenn Sanford's a billionaire. Yep, but I've become a millionaire through the stock. Oh, that's just you. No, many, 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 many people. I have friends who have 100 million worth of the stock. I have friends who have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 million worth of the stock. My agents that have not really embraced agent attraction and just sold here, they have 300, 400, 500,000. Some of them have $1 million, $1.1 million, $1.2 million, $1.3 million. This is different. Here's what I had. See if I can grab it. I'm going to disappear out. After 20 years at Remax and Keller Williams, I had this. I had trophies and plaques. Here's your trophy. You're #3 in the region again. You're #2 in the region again, et cetera, et cetera. So that's all I had. I had no equity. Okay, my dad got back with me on the value of Hilton, right, Dad?
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gone up to 29 billion. So 29 billion, which is good. They were at, I think it was 10 billion, whatever that number is. So Hilton's doing good. It's a big world, but I don't want them. I like the Hilton. I don't want them to do bad, but Airbnb was a guy's idea behind a computer 10 years ago, and they went public, and now they're at 80 billion. Wow. And that's the power of the internet. So we have live training. Then we have in the world. You only go in there if you need to go into accounting or technology. Thank you, Dad. Or come over here and say hi to everyone, wave at everybody. My dad's here today. He's like spent 40 years in real estate broker.
This is my job now.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. But we worked together, father, son. He turned, what was it, 85 last week, Pops?
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
He loves it. We're golfing, having a good time. So here's the deal. And we have training in the world. Yep. Avatars. We had our annual convention in November. There were 17,000 agents showed up. It's like this. You hear our voice. And once you get over the cartoon looking avatar figure thing, I didn't like it either. Get over it. You go into accounting, technology, marketing, brokerage services, whatever, and they help you and you're talking like this. You forget it feels real. Like literally, if you walk too close to an avatar, it's like the 3-foot rule. Hey, back up. You're breaching my space. It feels uncomfortable. You'll back up. If they don't back up, you'll back up. It's like real. And they'll help you with accounting questions, technology questions. Got to talk to a broker. Bam, you're sitting with the California state broker or the Texas state broker, or Alabama, or a provincial broker up in Canadian province, or in South Africa. I was talking to the South African broker, India, the broker over India and Mumbai and Mexico. Just click of a button, you're talking to them. It's so cool. You don't have to get in your car, drive down to the office to find out the broker's in mediation or arbitration, or took a long lunch, or took the day off. It's instant help and support, the best support I've ever had. And then we have stock opportunities. You get stock when you close your first transaction. Equity opportunities. You get stock when you cap. You get stock when you refer agents. There's a $16,000 stock award that I won that someone told me was, you don't know what it'll be worth. And I didn't. In fact, the regional owner at Keller told me it could be worthless, and it will be worthless in 2 years. And I said, let's say you're right. You could get rid of the stock. I'm still going to eXp. I'm good. I'm going for the revenue share, which is the next piece I'm going to show you. Stock, icing on the cake. It could go away. I could care less. So I said, let's take your hypothesis and say, or prediction, whatever you want, and say eXp stock is valueless in 2 years, which was 2 years ago, because I've been here 4 years. And let's say it's worth nothing. Let me ask you a question. I've been at Keller Williams for 8 years. Yes. I go, how much is my Keller Williams stock worth now? And he goes, well, you don't have any. We're privately owned. Gary Keller owns it all. I said, so let me get your argument correct. Make sure I understand it in my brain. You are begging me not to go to eXp because the eXp stock awards they're giving me, instead of trophies and plaques, although this is actually funny enough, this is a achievement award from eXp right here. So we still give out the trophies and plaques, but you also get a significant amount of stock. And it's been amazing. So I said, so you're begging me not to go because the stock might be worth something, but I've got nothing after 8 years. You're begging me to say, well, for sure, if I stay 8 more years, I'll still have nothing. Just continue to rent in your halfplex. Stay in the duplex. Let us develop all the equity, a sellable asset, while you just produce escrows. I got 3 in escrow. I got 7 in escrow. I got 20 in escrow. I've had 55 homes in escrow at the same time. Produce escrows. Woo, look at that cow. Give me all that milk. Look at that chicken. More eggs, Foster Farms. Come on, Tyson chicken. Do not let them milk you. Think about it. Think about it. And so there's all these different kind of stock awards. It's amazing. I said, I'll take my chances with these stock awards. Maybe they'll be worth something. Today, it's between $1 to $2 million for me. Okay. It's different for everybody. And I actually sold a chunk last year because I was tired of people saying it wasn't worth anything. Took a little sliver, $200,000 worth of stock, and I put in a pool, waterfalls, palm trees. I bought a new home, fully outdoor kitchen. I mean, it's stunning. You'd walk over and go, wow, what a dream. What a backyard resort, right? Outdoor lighting on the palm trees and the waterfall. And it's beautiful to look at night. And it was $200,000 backyard. Thank you, eXp, because the stock sold a little slice of it, paid for it. That was at $10 a share. We're trading at 70. I can show you what a $1.4 million backyard looks like because I have one. I have a $1.4 million pool and landscaping and outdoor kitchen. Now, at the time, it was worth 200. Is it a funny story now? Sort of. But if I had not done that to prove the stock was real, I'd have an extra $1.4 million in stock. Oops. Oh, well, you live some, you learn some. But I tell you what, I'm not selling any of my stock. In fact, the stock dipped a little bit to 42 about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And I said, let's buy some. And we bought a ton of stock. And today, last I looked, it was trading at 72. And my wife's like, are you sure? I go, man, I'm sure. I am certain. I know for a fact where this company is going. And she's like, okay, baby, let's do it. And now she thinks I'm a genius. But it's not. I mean, when the market corrects it, it's going to correct. Those that are caught with big overhead, like commercial leases for all their agents, which is kind of like all the franchises. I mean, you're lucky if you get a commercial lease for 10 grand a month. Most of these small offices, decent size, are 15, 20, 25,000 a month. And then the big Coldwells, the big Remaxes, the big Keller Williams, the big Sotheby's in good areas. I'm telling you, I have friends, it's 45 to 55,000 a month. Some of them 60, 70,000 a month. And these are 5, 7, and 10-year locked in. You better have the cash flow coming in to pay your 40, 50, 60, 70,000 a month. And when they can't, these offices close. They literally chain the front doors. I saw mortgage companies in their last correction chain the front doors. You saw all the cubes, all the computers, all the monitors. Chained, you're closing, you can't pay the rent, we're locking you out of the building, out of business overnight. And so, you know what? When the market corrects, it's going to correct. Who doesn't have the overhead? It's eXp. We're going to explode, as we're fond of saying. We're doing phenomenal now. You like it or us at 40,000 agents? Wait till we have 125,000. You haven't seen anything yet. We'll end up with this revenue share. This is truly what got my attention. This is truly what lit my fire. Well, I literally took my glasses off, stood over my, got up, leaning over my laptop. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I am blown away and I'm super interested in how do I learn more about eXp. Now I got on the Zoom, just perhaps like you going, I'll check it out. Odds are 0.0 I will be interested in eXp. Terrible name, first of all. Google sounds cool, but when they started, I'm sure like, oh, Google, that's a cool name, really? Now it sounds cool. Facebook, is it for narcissists? Now, yeah, it's on Facebook. Do Facebook marketing. It's kind of cool. Apple, well, why wouldn't you call it watermelon? Everybody loves watermelon, family picnics, barbecues, watermelon. I don't know. But now it's like, oh, it's an Apple product. And immediately you think of a outstanding, well-engineered, well put together, high-end product. It's a Mac. It's a, and so, eXp, hold on, baby. It's going to be awesome. So IBM, NEC, CB, C21, everybody uses acronyms. It's only odd to you, and it was odd to me because you never really heard it till now. So watch this. This blew me out of a chair. If you're going to sit up, kind of straighten up and watch, and by the way, if you have a camera, take a picture of this and then put your phone on do not disturb. You need to not take a phone call or a text in the next 5 to 10 minutes. You need to get this part. It's a reason I'm retired from real estate now. I still grow the company. I don't have any listings. I used to have 18 to 28 listings at all time, which sounds great, but that just meant I had 18 to 28 little bosses at all times. That's what a listing is. Why aren't there flyers in the flyer box? You didn't take a picture of our laundry room. I hate the picture of the backyard. You need to send your photographer out to reshoot the picture of the backyard. Somebody tracked leaves into my house and they got my carpets. They better come clean the carpet. I mean, it's great. It's not always that bad, but it kind of is. They let my cat out. They let my dog out. I want to shoot them. It's not always that bad, of course, but it can be. And so I don't have any of that. I don't have any agents to call back and present my offer. Or you went with the Coldwell about, I'm going to sue you. You should have taken my offer. Did you even tell the sellers about it where they challenge your integrity or you better present this, blah, blah, blah. I don't miss it a bit. So here's how it works. I referred 100 agents to Remax in my 12 years. I got 3 $10 Starbucks cards. I referred 55 agents to Keller Williams in 8 years because I like Keller. I referred 100 to Remax because I liked Keller. Remax paid me nothing. They gave me 3 $10 Starbucks cards and 2 weekend trips to Ensenada for $199. That's what they cost. I didn't even bother going because if you've done the weekend trip to Ensenada once, you're like, yeah, it was fun, but I'm good forever. And so even though I won these trips, I didn't go. Now, Keller Williams had a 7-tier, 7-generation payout they call profit sharing. They've been doing it for 25 years. Some people make 2, 3, 4, 500,000 a year. Althea Osborne, the #1 person, makes $876,000 annually, almost $1 million a year, just profit sharing. She doesn't have to get out of bed. She makes almost $1 million a year. And they've been talking about her for a long time. I talked to her about her in 2009, 10. They're still talking about her. She's still numero uno because she was agent number 8 at Keller Williams. And Gary Keller is 25 years old. And so she's still there. Pretty much all of Keller Williams is in her profit sharing tree is what they call it. It's been going on for 25, 30 years, however long it is. We copied it. I'm going to be honest. Keller Williams is a outstanding company. Lyft copied Uber, right? And they found their little way to do it. So we copied their 7-tier system. It is brilliant, but we don't do profit sharing. If you look at the top, we do revenue sharing. And what revenue sharing is it's profit can be missed with. You know what I mean? Like, how much profit did you make? According to your CPA, you made $790,000 profit. You got to pay taxes on. You're like, really? Have we taken every write-off we can get? Like, well, you could write this off and you could do this and say, well, let's not lie, but let's take every write-off we can get. And when you're done writing off your parakeet, your dog, the kids, well, they help me do envelopes. Really? Your child is 3. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to buy, they helped you stuffed envelopes. It's a 3-year-old, but we try to get our income down from 790, maybe if we can, to $250,000, because then we pay taxes on the $250,000 or 790. Now, hopefully everyone's being honest and ethical. And I could get it audited. I was audited 30 years ago, no change. It was exactly as I said it was. And they've never audited me since because I'm an honest guy, but not everybody is. So they audit people. So here's the deal. We copied Keller Williams 7, but it's not profit sharing. Profit can be manipulated, as I just explained, on your tax returns. Franchise owners will manipulate profit because they leave the profit at Keller Williams up to $500,000, $1 million. Half of it, 49%, goes back to the Keller Williams agents. And so Keller Williams agents used to make a lot of money in profit sharing. I used to make, no, it's not a lot, but $2,000, $2,300, $2,500. My best month, it was $2,900 in profit sharing in a month. Here you go. Like, what's this for? Well, you referred some agents to our company and they help create some profit. I'm thinking, yes, this will be fun when it's $39,000, $49,000, when it's $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. And I know that was the top, but then it went down. And my last few years at Keller Williams, when you think it would just compound and get larger, it had dropped to averaging about $700 a month. And let me tell you this, $700 a month is not going to change your life. It didn't change my life. You know what it did? It's weekend fun money. You run over to Napa. I live in Northern California. You run to Napa for the weekend. You go out to dinner and you maybe go to some wineries. Maybe if you get an inexpensive hotel room, it covers the room for a night. It's weekend fun money. Santa Cruz, Lake Tahoe, Monterey, Carmel, Half Moon Bay, Bodega Bay. It's weekend fun money is what it is. I'm going to talk to you about life-changing money. So watch. On this system, tier 1, these are people you personally introduced to eXp. Maybe you love Sotheby's and you send them there. What does that earn you? Nothing. Well, why? I think it's really valuable if you send people and they start selling 20, 30, 40, 50. I sent people to Keller Williams that said that one guy, Mike Pushek, sold over 300 homes a year. Remax got paid 300 times that year. You know what I got? Nothing. Keller Williams monetized it, said, we'll give you something. So I liked my transition from Remax to Keller. Watch this. But if you say, well, if I send someone to the Portland Keller Williams or the Boise Keller Williams or the Salt Lake City Keller Williams, what will that own me? Somebody sells 70 homes a year. Gary Keller himself could not tell you what it earns you. Is the Portland franchise profitable? Nope, they're not making a profit right now. Then you would get nothing for sending an agent who sells 70 homes a year. Interesting. What about Boise? Well, they're doing okay. So you maybe you get $1,200 a month, $1,400 a month. You'd obviously refer a lot more people than just one person to get that kind of money. But here's, you can make some. What if you went to Salt Lake and that Keller Williams franchise is killing it? Then you can make some good money. Well, how much? Well, I worked at Roseville, which was #1 in profit. We were the most profitable franchise in the nation. And I referred 55 and got up to hundreds in my profit sharing tree. And my income was running 1,900 to 2,900 a month. Cover a mortgage payment, depending upon your mortgage. I mean, it wouldn't cover now, but it's pretty cool. Now here's the deal. If you refer one person on the right-hand column, those are people you could refer. Tier 1, every person you refer, you get $2,800 a person if they cap. What's our cap at eXp? 16. It's easier to cap. Mine was 27 at Keller Williams. Now it was 16,000 a year. Now Keller recently lowered their caps like 16, 17, 18 because they just weren't competitive. So now there's not such a difference in the cap, but still you send somebody, you get a little bit of profit sharing. Watch their profit sharing videos. Othie Osborne said you could get 28 cents, $18, $70, but hang in there, be patient, and grows. And it kind of went up to 2,900 and pulled back to 700, but hey, she's right, 700 a month. But here it's 2,800 per person, like an actual number. Like you could go to Glenn Sanford, our founder, and said, if I send that agent who sells, 7 homes a year to Portland, what will I get? 2,800. How about I sell that agent who sells 30 homes a year to San Diego, Keller Williams? What do I get? 2,800. What if I send an agent who sells 400 homes a year to eXp? 2,800. We actually have a number. If you add up the middle column, those numbers add up to 16,000. That's our cap. And what Glenn Sanford did, our founder, who's been rewarded as a billionaire for doing this, he said, we're cloud-based. We don't need the money. We don't have expensive commercial leases, and therefore we don't have a heating and cooling bill. We don't have an internet package. We don't have to have plasma flat screen TVs all over the place. We don't have computers all over the place, copier leases, phone system leases, scanners. We don't have to have front desk staff, a sales manager or a team leader or an MCA. We don't have any of that. And so we actually can give back even of the 16. And so they give back $2,800 to you. That's for one. Now, here's the cool thing. If someone goes, oh, am I limited to one? Could I do 10? Sure. So I get like $28,000 my first year. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the cool thing. Next year, if those people stick around, eXp pays you again. 3 years from now, if they stick around, eXp pays you again. He goes, man, I can refer 10 people and get 28,000 year after year after year after year. Well, you don't know if they'll stick around. Oh yeah, I do. I've been here 4 years. They've got a bunch of stock awards that includes 3-year vesting. If they leave early, they lose their stock. So it's kind of the glue that gives them a reason to stick around. There's no reason to stick around anywhere else, man. You can fly the coop. And so guess what? My agents are all still here. They're loving it. And you get 28,000. So in 10 years, I'd get $280,000. If it's 28,000 a year and they stick around in 10 years, that'd be over $250,000 for referring 10 agents. Yep. But here's the best part. Everybody they tell is your tier 2. Look back at the schedule. Tier 2, every agent unlimited is 3,200. So here's what happened to me. I told 10 in my first 2-3 weeks, no problem. And then within 6 months, all those had all told 10. So if you tell 10 and they all tell 10, I did it in literally like a 6, 7, 8 month period. I don't remember the exact details, but it was within about a half a year, it seemed like. I had 100 people. If you tell 10, then they all tell 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So then they're all worth 3,200 a piece. So if you do the next slide, there it is. I told 10, I get 2,800 each. There's my 28. But if they all tell 10, I had 100 within, I think it was by June, 6, 7, 8 months later. That times 3,200 an agent. Remember, it's 3,200 for every agent unlimited. There's 320 plus your 28. That's 348,000 a year outside of what you're currently doing. Outside. Well, I don't want to be seen as a recruiter and this and that. You're being narcissistic. How about being seen as someone who's going to help someone with their retirement, helping someone earn revenue share, helping someone improve their life? Quit thinking about, I didn't get in. What'd you get in real estate for? To make money. You didn't get in to be a buyer's agent or listing. You got in to help buyers and sellers buy homes and sell homes. Why? Because it's for your family. I decided to become a listing agent because it helped me manage my time better than being ripped all over the place by a buyer's agent who's going, hey, do you do Elk Grove? Do you do Roseville? Do you do Placerville? Do you do Tahoe? Do you do Reno? Do you do Redding? I mean, people from Northern California, they're laughing. They're like, some of those locations are 2 and 3 hours in different directions. And some buyers are like, we're thinking about Redding, but we might do Reno, maybe South Lake Tahoe. And you're like, oh, make up your mind. Where do you want to go? And then you're referring them to, it's crazy. So this, could you pay off your mortgage within 2, 3, 4 years? So if you had an extra 348, Could you pay off your cars, your credit cards? I did this within, like I said, I think within 8 months, I was earning, no. Within 5 months, I was earning $25,000 a month in rev share. That story does not exist by Keller Williams, by anybody ever. They have 180,000 now. I think they're down to 150. But here's the deal. I haven't heard the latest numbers, so I fact checked that. It maybe still be up at 180. I don't know, but I heard they were down like 155. But here's the deal. Doesn't matter. Say they're at 190. I don't care. None of them own a piece of Keller Williams. There's a few agents at each franchise own a piece of their market center. And one of them joined eXp and went to sell her $10,000 investment. No, $15,000 investment 15 years ago. And after 2 years of trying the most anyone, and it's a successful Keller Williams, it's like 288 agents, they're doing good. The most she was offered for it 15 years later, her $15,000 investment got like little piece of that market center, 2-3%, whatever it was $10,000. She lost 33% of her investment after 15 years at a market center that's deemed successful. She didn't even get her money back. Wow. And so this is pretty cool. So keeping an eye on the clock. How am I doing? Good. Now that's if you tell 10. What if you told 20? And they all did this. I did that. And then I doubled this number, 700,000 a year. What if you told 30? I did that. You could triple this number, $250,000 a year. I did that. What if you told 40? I did that. It's like listing agents. You can list homes. Let me help you get this. How many homes did you sell last year if you weren't with eXp? Oh man, I did 100. Oh, I only did 30. I did 70. I did 40. Okay. What does that pay you this year? Answer, nothing. Why would you invest your time in a way you would never invest your money? I listed 60 homes 4 or 5 years ago in 1 year, right? Closed them, got paid on them. I don't get paid anything today for that. But simultaneously, I chose 1 day a week, Friday afternoons from 2 to 5, and I made outbound calls to 1 or 2 or 3. I typically talk to 3 to 5 agents every Friday afternoon. I had an open, honest discussion about, hey, what are you doing? What do you know about eXp? Would you evaluate the model? I'd love your opinion. That was it. Big sales pitch. I'd love your opinion. They'd watch this. 40 of them left Remax, Keller Williams, Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Better Homes, Intero, Berkshire Hathaway, Independent, 40 of them over that. Just doing it 1 day a week. And if you want to look at it like listing, I listed 40 agents. Today, I make millions and millions and millions of dollars annually for doing that. What do you get for those 400 homes you sold 4 or 5 years ago? What do you get today? Nothing. I just did 40. Those of you that are team leaders, office managers, as a Keller Williams team leader, we were expected to recruit, attract 80 to 100 agents a year just to keep your job. And if you were a star, you would do 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. And then, hey, good, you're a star. You get to speak at Mega Camp Family Union. I recruited 177 in 2009. Ask me what I get paid today for that. Nothing. This year, for those 40 I listed 4 years ago, in the next 12 months, 2021, we should make over $10 million, almost $1 million a month. Because now I own a piece of a sales organization, which I very much love and care for and bring value to. And you may be wondering, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. Do you think I can do it? See, Seth and Michael, they go, you know what? I think Brent can do it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask him for help. And they said, would you do a live, explanation of how eXp works? And I go, yeah, no problem. And I jumped on, and here we are on the Zoom, and there's 29 of you on, and there you go. So, I mean, it's incredible. Well, then why do you make so much when you said if you do 40, it'd be like $1 million a year? Because it compounds, it keeps growing. I'll give you an example. Let's see if I can click. If you go back to the screen, boom, boom, bottom, everybody on tier 7 is worth $4,000 a year to you, but they have to cap. No, they don't. If they sell a home, you get revenue share the next month on the 22nd. And then once they cap at 16 paid in, what you get in revenue share caps $4,000 for the year. Aha. So that's all they get is $4,000. No, because everyone they tell, now you only get for 7 generations, right? But the people on my generation 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they make eXp more valuable, which makes my stock more valuable. So I still benefit financially. One team, one dream. Everybody has a seat at the table of ownership. A rising tide rises all boats, not just Gary Keller's. Not just David Lineker's. And I love David Lineker, Gary Keller. I'm not a debt put down, but they're the ones that became billionaires. The agents are not even millionaires. They're making 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, $1 million a year. But by the time you pay taxes, what you really bring home to your family in California, you just providing for your family. You drive nice cars, live in a nice home, take nice vacations, but you are grinding. My aunt's one of the top agents in Nevada. She's from Reno, and she sells 60, 70 homes a year, all over $1 million. Pretty awesome, right? She lives in a, 6,000 square foot home, drives Range Rovers, vacations in Costa Rica at exclusive resorts. Brad Pitt was having breakfast at the table next to her. That kind of place, right? She said she's exhausted. She goes, I'm exhausted. I give such a high level of service. Yeah, I get referred, but I pick, when they fly and I go, hey, let me pick you up at the airport and drive you home. It's late. Let me get your dry cleaning. Let me take your dog to the vet. I mean, she goes over the top adding value, but people refer her like crazy. She makes a fortune, but she's like, the second I try to back off, my income just plummets. So she's trapped in her model of high service. Let me go pick up the cake and bring it to you for your husband's birthday. Let me go get that gift for your anniversary for your wife. And she does things that are crazy and people love her and they refer her like crazy. And she's like one of the top, 5 agents in all of Nevada. I mean, there's Las Vegas has a gazillion, Reno has a gazillion. It's interesting, isn't it? But I remember I got to 40. See that number on the right? You tell 5, it unlocks tier 2. You refer 10 agents to eXp, it unlocks tier 3. It kind of grows in increments of 5 all the way to 25. You refer 25 agents, you list 25 agents, so to speak. They put you down as your sponsor. I put down Sheila. She asked me for my opinion on eXp. I go, wow, it's great. Learn more. 2 weeks later, I moved my $100 million team. Remember, I'd moved one time in 20 years. This was compelling. And I said, if I don't like it, I always go back to Keller Williams. And so I'm going to try it. And you know what? I became one of her 25. Well, I went and did the same thing. I got to 40 within, I think, 8 months. I referred like 5 agents a month, listed 5 agents a month. 8 months later, I was at 40. I had 10 agents on tier 7. There were 4,008, 10 agents who were capping. That's 40,000 a year in income just from one of my 7 tiers. Right? That's why I made my first year like $565,000. Year 2, $1.3 million in rev share. Year 3, $3.6 million. This last year we end here in December, somewhere between 5 and 6 million. Next year over 10 million. It's not going to stop. It will go to 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 million a year. Good for me, but what about you? Well, I'm too late. No, you're not. There are 208 countries. There are 25 million agents and brokers by best populations. We have 40,000. We only have 1% of the market. The world's a big place. Well, what am I going to do with Mumbai? Or I don't know anyone in South Africa. Do you know anyone in the Philippines or Korea or Malaysia or Portugal? No, I don't. Well, guess what? I don't either. I told 40 people in Roseville, suburb of Sacramento. And today I have people in every province of Canada, have people in Brisbane, Australia, the UK, people all throughout. It's going crazy because people know people who know people. 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees. Your business will go world. The sun never sets on my business. The sun sets on your business every night. 6, 7 o'clock, you take the night off. Ain't nothing happening until the next morning. I have agents on the other part of the world. They're out showing property, taking listings and writing offers. In South Africa, they call them estate sales. They use the rand. In India, they use rupees, ruples, or whatever the term is. In the UK, it's the pound. Of course, the peso in Mexico. And they're cranking out pounds and pesos and the rand and rupees and rubles. And it's happening. And I get paid revenue share worldwide. And here's what you're thinking. You're already losing in your mind. You're like, well, that'll happen for you. I can see that you're very outgoing and very excited, but I'm not like you. Therefore, I can't do it. Let me ask you, do you think I can do it? Well, yes, you can do it. What if I helped you? You'd help me. I will help you. My cell phone number, write this down, 916-223-5555. I'll say it again, 916 223-5555. I don't have any buyers. I don't have any sellers. I want to grow your business. I want to help you sign up 10, 15, 20 people and you watch what happens. The exponential, geometrical progression of that. You text me, I'll help you. Try it. I challenge anyone. Send me a text right here. Got a few of them, right? Send me a text. I will help you. I'll help you talk to somebody. Do a beta test. We have what you're seeing right now. It's the best one I ever did. It's called themodelexplained.com. I don't know if you can read that, but it's called themodelexplained.com. And it's condensed down to 32 minutes, 33 minutes. And you can show this to your best friend in real estate, which I highly recommend you do a beta test and go, what do you think? Oh, I know all about that. No. I want you to see what I've seen. Then we can talk about it. Until you see what I've seen. I don't know what goofy thing you saw on the internet, what goofy, crazy explanation you saw on YouTube, what video you think you know, but you're my best friend. I want you to look at this. And guess what? You'll love your first person. I did that to 8 of my best friends. All 8 sold franchises, quit their regional jobs for Remax and Berkshire Hathaway, left companies as stars, and are now at eXp. 8 for 8. Do a beta test. It's pretty cool. Well, with that, who do you talk to? Anyone throughout the US, Canada, or 9 countries worldwide? We're adding 5 next year. Brazil looks very good. Colombia looks very good. We'll add 5 more next year. We'll be in, but it's 14 countries worldwide. You can be a part of you weren't a part of Google. You weren't a part of Microsoft. You weren't a part of Facebook or Apple or Netflix or Airbnb or Uber or Lyft, but you get to be a part of this. This technology movement is happening in your industry. Make me 2 promises. Number 1, stay in curiosity about the model. If you're freaked out and I can't leave my office, I have friends. Okay, you're not leaving your office. Take it like a book, put it on the bookshelf, table leaving your office. Take a breath and learn about eXp. Make a commitment to me and the person who invited you here to stay in curiosity about the model. If you're already in eXp, tell people that because they get all nervous. I go, look, relax. I do it with buyers. You're not buying a house this weekend. I'm just going to go out and show you 3, 4, 5 homes of the best money you can buy for $1 million, for $500,000, for $3 million. You notice how it doesn't? Best thing you can get for $250 in a condo. And you're not going to buy a home. I'm just going to introduce you to the market, get your feet wet. Oh yeah, relax. Okay, I'll go look at homes. And if they look, they buy, they go in escrow all the time. But say to people, just take a break, because if you become so compelled, if you become like, then you could look at leaving your brokerage. But number 1, stay curiosity. Number 2, do a beta test. I need you to show what you just saw to your best friend in real estate, or 2 or 3. It's up to you. What could you use? If they all say it's stupid, you go, I'm glad I asked you. I think it's stupid too. What have you got to lose? You have nothing but a gain, nothing but an upside, because they go, this is incredible. I want to do it. You become their sponsor. They're your first of your 40 or your 25. You don't have to do 40. Okay. So again, that website that shows what you just saw with these slides and me, and it's the best presentation I've ever done. I haven't done this in a while. I'm a little rusty. It's called themodelexplained.com. Rolls 24/7. Anytime you want to watch it, get your laptop, get a friend, invite them over, get some food, some pizza, some Thai food, some sushi, whatever it is you guys like to eat, cheeseburger, and say, come on, I got something I want to show you. It's 32 minutes. I need your opinion. Oh, I know all about it. No, you don't. You haven't seen, because if you did, you'd be like really interested. I need you to look at it. As my friend, I need you to give me your opinion. You don't have to do it, but dang it, you're my best friend. You're going to look at it. I hope you got a friend like that in real estate, or 2 or 3. I had 8 that I could just say, shut up, sit down. We're going to look at this together. They're like, fine, whatever, but I'm never leaving Remax. I'm never leaving Keller Williams. I'm a regional manager for Berkshire Hathaway. I'm a regional manager for Remax. I know that, but who helped you get your license 25 years ago? You did. So shut up. I was a Keller Williams agent. I mean, these are your friends. Shut up, sit down. We're going to look at this. You don't have to do it, knucklehead. You can stay a regional manager, make your measly 140,000 a year as a general manager for Berkshire Hathaway, you're 180, whatever it is. You could do that. This is your friend. You could talk to your friends that way and do a beta test. I wish I'd done it 28 times, not 8. All 8 are here. It's incredible. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. I'm going to read questions from the chat box only. So, and maybe Michael, you could help me read some of these questions. So let's see. I've heard that eXp is good for, and this came in at 12:35. Okay. I'm trying to see what time it is. See what time it is. I don't have much time. I heard that eXp is good for seasoned agents like myself, but not good for new agents I bring on. Maybe in the earlier days, but now is there much support for new agents cutting their teeth? Yes, it's the same everywhere. I don't care if you go to Remax, Keller Williams, eXp, Sotheby's, wherever you go. Listen to me. You could take our new agents and we hand place them with a mentor who is a star. We have agents who sell 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 homes a year. We have agents who sell 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 homes a year, big teams. We could put them on a big team if they want that, or we could go individualized and put them with the Michael Delvin and go, Michael's going to show you how to write a purchase agreement, do a listing. We're going to coach you. We have a full-blown mentoring program. We have 10 classes a day in the world. Plus, this isn't even a class in the world. So yes. And if they plug in and grow, we have phenomenal. Sean Kokoska used to be the president of MAPS coaching for Keller Williams. He's now at eXp. He leads up Icon coaching for eXp. They could be in Sean Kokoska's class. Same exact great training for real estate that Keller Williams was famous for is at eXp. Their president is at eXp, Nolly Williams, eXp, Rick Jihaz at eXp, Tom Dave's #1 Keller Williams agent 7 times in 17 years is at eXp. I could name hundreds of her, Daniel Beer, Kyle Whistle. So that's #1. It's a multi-level marketing kind of model, correct? Absolutely not. Multi-level marketing is where people have vitamins, weight loss, water purification. They have a legal shield. They have some sort of a product or service, and they sponsor people and they sell legal shield. They sell identity theft protection. They sell antioxidants or weight loss or some sort of product or magnets to help you with your pain. Those are multi-level marketing. They market products, goods, and services. We are a real estate brokerage. Is Keller Williams, if you think Keller Williams is a multi-level marketing company, then yes, eXp is a multi-level marketing company. By the way, that, my friend, is ridiculous. Keller Williams is the largest real estate brokerage in the world. They are a real estate brokerage. They create profits by helping buyers buy and sellers sell. End of the story. They make profits by selling franchises. The regional owners who bought the region make money in percentages off the region, but it is not multi-level marketing. Neither is eXp. It's exactly the same model, but revenue share, which is like 40 times more. It's uncomparable. It's like lighting a match compared to an industrial laser. Industrial laser will slice through steel beams like they're nothing. Web link for presentation again. You guys can type it, themodelexplain.com if somebody wants to type that, themodelexplain.com. What do you suggest to motivate people to name you as their eXp upline versus, oh no, I lost that. Let's see if I can scroll down, my screen scrolled. Versus a million other people. I had people I've lost that got signed up by other people. They chose to go with somebody else. You ever not got a listing? Do your best to get a signed contract. Get your best to say, you will not get everybody. Everyone gets a right to choose who they want. You can get bitter or you can get better. You can say success is something that happens for other people, to other people. Or you could say, you know what? Why not me? I could do this and put in I'll give you an example. You guys, you're going to love this. Listen, this is worth coming. A friend of mine who sits 6 doors down 5 weeks ago laid off his assistant. He had no homes in escrow. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. You're fired. Of course, he didn't say you're fired. He laid her off. He didn't have money to pay her. That was 5 weeks ago. His coach said this, I want you to have 10 conversations a day about real estate. He's like, no, I'm serious. Anyone, anywhere, 10 conversations a day. He goes, man, A, I told him I'd do it. B, it was way harder than I thought. In fact, I only succeeded at it 40% of the time, having 10 conversations a day. But he followed his coach's advice. You know how many homes he has in escrow right now? Listen up, 13. He's got 13 open escrows. So even if you don't join eXp, as your coach, I'm going to tell you, have 10 conversations a day. A, I don't think you could do it. It's going to stretch you. Talk to your dry cleaner, talk to your pharmacist, talk to the guy at the gas station driving the Corvette or the guy driving the Range Rover, some guy pulling a boat. So I go, by the way, I'm a real estate agent. You don't know anything about buying or selling. Matter of fact, we are. And just force yourself to get out of your head. The market's hard. It's tough. I can't compete with Zillow. Come on, let that go. Have 10 conversations a day. And then you could have, even if you screwed up and only had 5 in escrow in the next 5 weeks, 7 in escrow. He has 13. 13 in escrow. Come on, man. And so, yeah, if you think it's tough, it's tough. Henry Ford said this. He said, if you think you can, you probably can. It's that old-fashioned wisdom, right? If you think you can't, you're probably right. Think of that. If you think you can, you probably can. If you think you can't, you're probably right. So you make up to your mind. Are you a can-do, get-it-done kind of person, or is it life's too tough? And as we finally this, I think I got everything in here. Oh, my phone number, 916-223-5555. That's 916-223-5555. And there it is, themodelexplain.com. So what I want you to do, if you have questions, reach out to Seth, who posted themodelexplain.com. He was the guy who put this together along with Michael Devlin. Sorry, Michael, almost messed up your last name. Now, I think Michael asked Seth to set it up. So if Michael invited you to be here, please reach out to Michael. If it was Seth, if you have questions for me, totally reach out to me. I will send you back to Michael or Seth after we talk. Will I sponsor you? Absolutely not. I did not invite you onto this Zoom. So much love. I will work with you. I'll help you. Michael will help you. Seth will help you. Tom Daves, the #1 Keller Williams agent of all time worldwide, 7 times in the past 17 years, selling anywhere from 4, 5, 6, 700 homes a year. He'll help you because he actually enrolled Seth. So we have financial alignment, one team, one dream. We work together, but that's about it. I think I saw all the questions. No other. Oh, last one. Richard Gonzalez says, if we have a real estate license and an MLDS license, can we do both? Yeah, I'm assuming MLDS is mortgage, I believe. Can someone type something? Is that mortgage? I'm pretty sure it is, Richard. If it is, yes. You just can't represent the buyer on a purchase and do the loan for that buyer. It's highly litigious thing. So eXp doesn't mind if you do loans. You just have to keep it completely separate from eXp. You can't help a buyer buy a home or a commercial building and then do that commercial owner commercial. They do not want you to do that. So that answers that. And then Michael, I'm going to hand it back over to you. Thank you, Richard, for answering. Yes, I saw that. Michael, take it away. Hopefully I did not talk too much.
No, that's not what I think. It was awesome. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, one of the things, some of the people I know are at KW. I was at KW, by the way. I'm in the top 1% of Keller Williams lifetime profit share earners.
Whoa.
Just, you know, but, and by the way, that may sound impressive, but it's like 20, 30,000 a year. Right.
So you say the first statement again. What you're the top what?
Last time I was able to look behind the curtain, there were 3,900 people in Keller Williams that have earned as much or more than I have in lifetime profit share.
Is it 1% though? Is that what you said?
Well, half of 1% about. I'm the
Half
top
of 1% of the agents, and that was like 20 to 30,000 a year.
That's what I get for being the top percent of all lifetime Keller Williams.
And you did that in 4 years at Keller Williams, right? 4 years?
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
And I have a real estate school. And
so why eXp? Why eXp? Why not just stay there? Why would you leave?
Well, I was always interested because I also know about the profit, because I had, like, at some off market centers, I'd have the number 2, number 3 agent, and I'd get 20 cents, 25 cents, or nothing, because they weren't profitable. I've gotten over $5,000 in 1 month. This year, I got over $3,800 1 month. You know, I made Outfront Magazine as one of the top 20 recruiters 1 quarter. But the total is never quite to 30, always a little more than 20. And that's after 7 years in recruiting hundreds of people. And so what I was interested in was the revenue versus the profit, because I was behind the curtain. I was in leadership, and I knew that all the profit wasn't being, it would go into reserve accounts, it would go someplace else. And what really got me when I was talking to Seth and to Don Yoakum was the reason I hadn't joined years ago is because I believed that I had to have a brick and mortar building to go to every day, and I had to have rooms with people in them in order to do what I do this has been one of my best years in real estate, one of a very good year in recruiting, and I ain't doing that. And when Seth and Don reached out to me, I was like, well, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. And I've learned a lot today. There's a lot of things that you talked about that I didn't know. I'm going to complain to Seth for not telling me originally, but it was a great presentation. We really do appreciate it.
Can I show you one thing?
Sure.
Since you were shared about your revenue share, I've been at eXp 4 years. Here's mine every single month.
Wow. It's a little bit above my profit share.
There's my name. Welcome, Brent Gove. And then that's revenue sharing activity monthly.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the model we have. I have many friends who make 100,000 a month, 150, 180, $250,000 a month. So I know it sounds like insanity, but I'm telling you, we're worth $5 billion. We're worth more than Remax. And by the way, they say the private value of Keller Williams, of Gary Keller, sold. People who try to do those things, it's private, they don't know, but they're going, he could probably get 5 billion. And eXp is right there at 5 billion in 10 years because Wall Street's betting on eXp. We are the future of real estate worldwide. So I'm going to be quiet, let you take it over from here. I will not say another thing. Enjoy.
I think we've done that and more. We could go on. I would love to hear a lot more. I put in my Calendly link for those of you that are interested in talking about the next step. Reach out to us. We'll reach out to you. But I really appreciated, Brent. You came through. It was great. Thanks a lot. All right.
Bye, everybody. Merry Christmas. Much love to you all.
All right.
Jump off.
Bye, everyone.